final game on today's card. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Marseille and PSG. This is the featured game on a Wednesday. The odds on this one, Marseille at home plus 230. The draw is plus 240. PSG even money plus 100 on this one. Bryan and I are going to look at this. Bryan, I'm gonna just make a couple points before I throw it over to you. Sometimes with these cup games, you look at what a team's schedule is coming up, and where their importance lies. You look at this PSG team, and I get it. This is a cup game, but this is a team where Neymar just returned to practice yesterday for the first time. We don't know what his match fitness is, but he's part of the travel team, the 20 players that made the trip to Marseille, along with obviously Lionel Messi. Whether they start the game or whether they play the second half remains to be seen, because this team also have a big game against Monaco on the weekend, Bayern Munich in Champions League on Tuesday, come home and play Lille, and then Bayern Munich again, followed by Marseille. This is an absolute killer schedule. I'm not sure if the Coupe de France means that much to them at this point. They'll put forth a good effort, but Marseille, their loss to a red-hot Nice on the weekend was their first loss of the new year. This team is playing extremely well. Plus 230 is just too enticing for me to pass up here. Give me Marseille plus 230. Over to you, Bri.
Okay. We've got the top two in the league table as they were a season ago here. Marseille, you just mentioned it, Carmine. 10-match unbeaten run ends over the weekend with a 3-1 loss. Typically, now, I would like to fade when a streak like that ends, but for what it's worth, Marseille did win the XG battle in that last match. And since the World Cup break, they have not had a match where they posted fewer than 1.3 expected goals. And, PSG, we know they're the class of this league, and they continue to win. But you bring up the starting 11 because it's a cup match, Carmine. That's a great point. And they needed to come from behind to win over the weekend. And over their last 9 matches, PSG has kept just 2 clean sheets. And now, on the flip side, there have been only 2 matches all season where they failed to score. They have 10 goals in the 2 cup matches. Won't be anything like that here. Marseille, they've scored in every competition since October 26th. Now, initially, I was going to go with the both teams to score prop here, but that is getting a little lofty for my taste. It was up to minus 180 as of last night. And Carmine, if you're going to go out on a limb like you just did there, my goodness, I should go out on a little bit of a limb here as well. Not quite as big of a limb, but I will take Marseille plus half of the goal. I think at the very least, yes, they will be even at the end of 90 minutes plus stoppage time here.
All right. Love to hear it that we are on the same side here. So we'll have rooting interest, both of us, on that game Wednesday. I'll definitely be watching that. Of all the Coupe de France games that are being played on Wednesday, that is by far the best one of the day. So it gives us some great matches for today and tomorrow that we get to watch. And then we're right back on Thursday stoppage time, where we'll look at some of the weekend games. And there are some fantastic weekend games coming up.